Knowing the best facial oils and oils to use on your skin can really help improve your results when you're doing your gua sha at home. And I'm excited to spend a little bit of time with you today on talking about some really amazing oils and some Eminence products that you can be incorporating in your home care routine with that fabulous gua sha. And I'm really going to be spending a little extra attention on the gua sha moves today about contouring. I love to just do like micro treatment for specific areas of concern on my own skin, and definitely contouring around the jawline and across the chest area or the neck and chest, this whole zone, let's say from the top of the lip downwards here. This is very quick, super easy gua sha techniques you can use, but I want to first talk about a little around the oils, and I've got my trusty notes here because oils specifically have key benefits that I don't want to miss for all of you today. So the oils that I want to highlight for you, there's Camellia oil, beautiful, very gorgeous scent profile, a little bit more on the floral side. So if you do love floral, Camellia is really great. And one of the main reasons Camellia is used quite a bit is very regenerative. So it's got a really great deep moisture, hydration, and it's got amazing glide. So that's a good one. Marula oil is another one. They make a great combination, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. And this one is going to be more of a soft and smoothing type of oil. So this also allows for great glide when you're doing your technique. There is a couple of other oils that I also really love to look for. One is clary sage, and the other one is going to be olive oil, which most of us are very familiar with olive oil. And the clary sage is, if you tend to be a little bit more oily, you're gonna love clary sage. So that's something to consider for your own home care routine. And then the olive oil, most of us have either cooked with it or used it into your salads, etc. We know olive oil is amazing, but one of the main components for that is the hydration factor that it can give to the skin. So really good for giving you that really, I don't know, I find a good hydrated skin is plumping. So you have a nice hydrated appearance to your skin, and again, easy to glide, of course. And three more I want to give a shout out to is rosehip oil. Oh, huge fan of rosehip oil. This one is where you're going to see a little bit more of like some vitamins, some care. And if you have the appearance of redness in your skin, especially if you tend to be more dry, rosehip is a beautiful choice. Then jojoba. I love saying that. I know it's some people call it jojoba, but it's jojoba. This is an oil that is the closest to our own oil in our skin. So it's very close to our sebum and really balancing. So if you are an oily skin type, I know it sounds odd, oil for oil, but jojoba is one you also want to be keeping your eye out for because it's going to be excellent for you, and it's the one that mimics our own natural oil the most. And the last one, sea buckthorn. Any of you who have visible signs of aging like fine lines and wrinkles may hear of sea buckthorn oil being called out quite often. And this one is, again, more of your antioxidant direction. You know, helps protect the skin from environmental stressors. So you can definitely have a huge advantage by using or finding sea buckthorn oil. So before I dive into the products that it'll definitely start to share that these oils are found there, is please don't forget to subscribe and hit our notification bell so you don't miss any other videos coming your way. So the three facial oils that Eminence has that I wanted to call out that you can definitely be using when you're ready to do your additional gua sha contouring massage or treatment for your home care routine is on a perfectly cleansed skin. You are ready to do your facial oil, and you can also think about, you don't have to just do this as a separate treatment, just add it to your daily routine. So after you press into your facial as a cleansed skin, you've already toned, you've done all your parts, you've done your serum, then you've placed your facial oil on, now you're ready to do some gua sha before you move on with your day or maybe before you hit the pillow for sleep at night. So we have numero un, here we go, is our Rosehip Triple C and E firming oil I wanted to pull up. So obviously in the name, it's saying Rosehip, so you can anchor on some of that information I just shared with you. This also has it's like vitamin C and E, so I really do like this one for visible signs of wrinkles. It's also one of my favorite ones when I want to do my contouring area. So you can use any of the other two that I'm going to share with you, but this one definitely tends to be the one I want to gravitate toward when I'm working on this area. So I'll probably be using this one today for the demonstration. The facial recovery oil, remember I said if you tend to have a little bit more oiliness or skin that's in that combination to oily, you may want to gravitate and grab the facial recovery oil for your gua sha treatment. Again, perfectly fine to be using everywhere, but also good for the whole face. So this will be you can tell it's a favorite one, look at that. It's been used quite a bit. And then we have the Camellia Glow Solid Face Oil. So it says it's a solid face oil, so already this should give us an indicator it's going to be a little more dense. This is definitely going to be more moisturizing to the skin. And we said Camellia, so that's a little tip there about talking about the Camellia oil earlier today. This though, please, my tip for all of you, a little bit goes a very, very long way. And I find with solid face oils, you want to nicely warm it and bring that oil up to texture before you press it into the skin. Okay, so are we ready to learn a quick, super speedy gua sha you can do every day? Every day you can do this if you like. So I'm going to just prep myself a little bit here for all of you. As promised, I am going to be using the Rosehip Triple C and E firming oil, and just literally just taking, a couple drops here. I'm going to get a little bit more generous because I want to have longer sweeping time. So I want to give myself that place to go. Warm up my oil. I'm just going to press it right here on top of all my things today. And I'm just going to be working to the top of my cheekbones. And I want to get into that fold line because this is all very important places for the contour. And I'm just going to get it here and ready to go. And then always take that time to do a nice inhalation, get the body to be calm the mind, and now you're ready to go for your gua sha. So I wanted to just highlight, I've got two here for you. I have a little bit of a bigger one, and I have a minier one. I'm not going to use the minier one today, but it's nice to have different sizes because if you're working on different areas of the face, it might be nice to have smaller areas, maybe if you're working a little bit more intimately around the eye area. But for today, this is a really good size, and it's jade. It's been cleansed, so it's all ready to go. So tips, please, it's stones. You want to wash your gua sha before you use it, and you want to definitely wash it afterwards. So you want to remove any of that oil that might be sitting as a residue. So how you do this, as I mentioned, you press on your oil, and then we're going to begin with that de-stressing a little bit in the neck area. So we're going to start pretty much if you follow your collarbone and you're going to come to an end piece here, that's where you want to go, and you're going to work with this little heart part, and you find your groove. Forgive me today. And I'm going to go straight up, and each move 5 times is plenty. So for today, I'm going to go half the size, and then of course, if you're following along at home, then you just want to repeat on the other side once you've completed the first side. So we're going to work here, and I'm going to move, and you don't want it too firm, right? Because you don't want to, and when you get to the top, so right underneath the ear, you want to do a little wiggle. So what we're doing is help loosening up in those areas and start to relax and create a lifting effect. So just keep moving upwards and you'll be fine. And then again here, so go all the way up and a little wiggle. And I'm just going to speed it up a little bit for us today. Oh, this feels so good. I'm telling you, if you have tech neck from working on your devices all the time, even if you just had your gua sha with you, even if you're at your desk, you could just little cheats and do there. Okay, so the second one, to get into the lifting of the neck, we're gonna follow the collarbone again still, and right above it, there's another little groove, okay? And you're gonna take here we go, this little long slide here, and we're gonna glide right up to the top. Now, I want you to be mindful not to put too much pressure right here where your Adam's apple is. And you want just on the either side of it. And we're not going over the mandible. We're landing just underneath it. So again, remember, just thinking that you're lifting and really getting that contour of that neckline and hopefully minimizing those fine lines that we see. Excellent. So once you have, I don't know where I am, 5 or 6, we'll see. you go a little bit more, that is all right. We want to now work in the jaw line. So a good little tracker is just get your fingers, middle and your index finger, and just put it to the center. And then you can follow underneath this way. So you use it kind of like as your guide, and we're going to go directly under the jaw, all the way underneath. So I'm not quite covering around both sides of the mandible or the jawbone. We're going right underneath it, we're sweeping it over and doing your little wiggles at the end. Nice, smooth. And again, firm but not rough pressure. If you do see a little pinkness come up into the skin, no problem. That's just you're generating a little circulation just from doing the movements. Perfectly fine and healthy. So now that you've got underneath, you're now ready to go through the contour. So now you're going to go back to your fabulous little heart shape. I love to still use my guideline so I know where I'm at, right underneath, and now I'm going to follow. It just fits just like a little hug. And all the way here, and then a good winkle. So you can see now that that heart is a little bit closer up into my ear. And then here. Again, very relaxing. If you hold a lot of tension in your jaw area, this is really going to smooth it. And it's also part of the culprit of giving you more of a pulled down look. It's just from all the expression, from eating and smiling and talking. We really hold a lot of tension, and it can probably draw down this area of the face. So by lifting it up, you can really break it apart. Okay. So now that we've kind of from here up, we're ready to conquer the smile line. This one I love to just grab the little shorter end of the heart, and you're gonna find it. So some people like to hold. I'm okay, so I usually just pull it here. I find the little groove, and you're just doing little flicks, just like this. Every time I do this, I always think of with one of my aunts when I was younger. She just loved to pinch our cheeks every time we would see her. So when I do this movement, it always reminds me of that pick me up, that little gentle pinch to the cheek. Okay, so we do nice, sweet. So all you have to remember is to get the movement, you're working against that line, and that smile line is nice and curved, right? So we want to really get in there. All right, so once you get your passes done there, you're ready to move to this area, and then we're gonna do the cheekbone. So same side, start here. You can use your finger again here as your guide so you know where you're at. And now we're seeing how we're covering more surface area. And now we're going straight up and give it a little wiggle. All the way now. So you're pretty much confirming the lift. And the second to last move is we're ready to do the cheekbone. So find your heart. I like to do the larger size facing up because it's better for the surface area, and then the littler guy tucks right underneath the bone. So you can find it. My guide, I probably don't need it this one. And then straight up. See how much higher I am right now? And then right to almost to that temple. Oh, this feels like magic. So again, nice and up. Beautiful. Oh, I'm telling you, if you're following along, you know exactly how this feels right now. Excellent. Okay, so at this point, you'd be ready then to repeat on the other side. Once you've completed the other side, we're going to do that last and final move of relaxation. So how we want to do that is you're going to take your hand, well, just want to cover that up, and you just want to support the chest area down. So for today, obviously, but at home, so you want to just hold it nice and tight. You find the collarbones, so there's a little pocket right here, and you're going to take your gua sha here, and you're just going to bring it straight up and underneath. Remember that jowl? This is like the grand finale. And again, up. Remember, your pressure is not rough. It's firm enough so that you get that traction right underneath. And I'm telling you, I really hope all of you get an opportunity to try this. And that's how simple it is. You can go a little slower for more relaxation, a little bit quicker, so easily to incorporate just a segment of your face every day with Gua Sha and your favorite facial oil from Eminence. If you want to pick up a couple more tips and learn a little bit maybe more thorough Gua Sha techniques, don't forget to head out and check out these videos we have for you.